Hello, it's new video. Today we're going to take a look at Malamar, but this time around not in the Circuit Cup. We're going to take a look at the Ultra League with this Pokemon, which is going to be an interesting one here as we're going to encounter a Machamp against it. We are Psychic and Dark typing, so they're going to have neutral damage. Sadly, no good Psychic type move on this Pokemon here. But we have at least a superpower for this Pokemon available, which is going to do some decent damage against the opponent's Machamp. You don't get to another one. If you, I think, went for one more fast move first, you would have maybe been able to get to that one, but not like this. We're going to see here a team with Ninetales and the Drapion. Very standard meta team otherwise. Very cool Pokemon though. Like, I really think that the Malamar is a very good Pokemon to use. Most likely more as a closer though, or as a lead, and we would use it as a safe swap. For example, any Fairy type would really hard wall this Pokemon down, which is not something that they really want to encounter. But yeah, we're going to take a look at some gameplay here. You might have already seen it on another creator's channel if they were featuring it. I don't know if anybody featured those battles here. I know that they sent it to other people, but I don't know if they featured it, because right now it's Thursday and I should be back now later on this day from my vacation to the Netherlands, so hopefully I will be able to provide more content now as well. You most likely saw the recent days that there were less videos coming onto my channel because I was away, but I guess that's kind of what you could expect. Hopefully you still all had a great time during that time. I don't know what happened with the tournament. Most likely I lost pretty early because I used a spicy team, but we will find out soon, I guess. It's awkward to talk about it right now because I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, we're going to take a look today at the team here, which is going to feature 3 XL Pokemon. I don't think they're all fully XL. I think the Drapion doesn't even have to be XL like this. 15, 15, 15. I think you can use it without XL Candy, but I think they might give it 1 power up there. But yeah, we're going to encounter like the Malamar now against the Walrein, which is going to be an interesting matchup. Let's take a look how much an Icicle Spear is going to do against you. Not a lot, to be fair, and you can go ahead and let this next move go through and just go for straight superpower at this point of time, I think. Because you can also go for foul play, I guess. Because superpower is super effective here and you're going to need less energy. Let's see what you're going to do now. Superpower coming through, going to do some decent damage and not knocking them out yet, which is going to be awkward because they're still going to lose the matchup now. Unless you can farm all the way down, which is going to be difficult. You're going to be able to catch the Icicle Spear though onto your Ninetales, which is nice, and you can save some energy onto that Pokemon. What am I seeing here? This is a wild. And it's funny because it's a Metal Claw version of Cobalion, which is not the fast move you want to use. You want to use, of course, Double Kick, which is not a legacy move, but if you want to run a Cobalion, please don't run Metal Claw. But in this case, it was way worse for you because you had a Pokemon that was double weak to Steel type moves, which is hilarious. So next up, we're going to see here the Giratina going to go for 1 Dragon Claw. You can go for some crunch damage here as we see a Walrein approaching. But yeah, we also only have like around 10 minutes of gameplay because they sent in, I think, 6 battles. Kind of awkward, I don't know, like they were also all cut together already and not the best quality. But there was not anything that I can do really about it because, yeah, the cup just went out and I don't really have the time to wait for other submissions either. So yeah, we're going to take a look here at the Dragon Claw coming through, and we're going to see the nice catch coming here in against the Malamar, which was a smart one, which I don't know if it was necessary. Let's take a look at this one. We see the crunch coming through. Going to get shield, I guess it was necessary. I didn't see the shield there because there is this nice watermark above it, which kind of makes the one shield a little bit disappear. So next up, we're going to encounter here a Walrein in the lead. You're going to have to swap out eventually, I guess, or you're going to stay in here and try to go for... I mean, actually, never mind. Like, Dazzling Gleam, you're actually in a better position here. I always feel like Walrein is like in a better position against like a Powder Snow Ninetales, but actually you have like the stab move on your side, but you're still going to swap out. We're going to see here the charge move coming through here with foul play, going to knock them out at least, and we're going to see now the opponent coming into a Talonflame. It's at least good that you get this out of the way from your Ninetales, because you really don't want to face this with the Ninetales, as you can go ahead and go for some foul play damage here. Shielding up this next charge move most likely. Nope, you do not. It's going to not do enough damage. You have some internet connection issues here as well, I guess, as this foul play going to do enough to knock them out, but they're going to shield this move up. You can still get to another foul play here. This hopefully knocks them out straight away, but they're going to still shield this move up. I'm not really surprised, to be fair, as you're going to have to shield twice now against the opponent because they can go for 2 flame charges, and you don't really want to get hit by a double... Okay, maybe you want to get hit by a double buffed flame charge here, which does do a ton of damage. So it's a little bit risky. What do they have in the back? Venusaur, I guess, helps you out here. But honestly, if you shielded, you would have been in a better position right now. But I guess you can just let the move go through anyway from what they want to throw here, because you have your Ninetales, which will be able to Powder Snow them down. You're going to go into your Malamar, which is a little bit risky. I don't know what you can try to do here now. You're going to go for another charge move. Okay, that was kind of lucky. You actually nearly lost this game there still. If you didn't have the 1 HP left on your Drapion, you would have lost this game because the opponent had 2 charge moves already. So that was kind of awkward. Here we're going to see now the Gyarados instead in the lead. I don't know really why you swapped that. Does it make more sense? Don't know. I don't know, maybe it does make more sense. We will find out shortly. At least this lead going to be better for you because Swampert going to be otherwise a little bit of a problem to deal with. Like this, you will be able to farm them down with Dragon Breath as we see the Warring coming in here. Crunch coming through, going to get maybe the debuff here, which would help you out a little bit. It doesn't get the debuff and you get farmed down, but you can go ahead and go into your Malamar now at least, which will be able to go for some superpower damage here as well, which is still not in range. I think it's still not in superpower range, which is kind of wild. So like, it's non-step superpower. Like, you shouldn't really expect it to do that much damage. Malamar has pretty decent bulk, very decent stats for the Ultra League in general. A very cool Pokemon to have. As you see, the Icicle Spear not going to knock you out either. You can go for another superpower, and maybe you'll want to swap out after this one, as they're going to double shield that, which is a really weird one. You shield the potential Earthquake, you're going to shield it, it's going to be an Icicle Spear, and you can go for the Sludge Bomb, which I don't think does knock them out. I don't think it does. It does actually, never mind. I don't know the... okay, most likely because it's a non-XL version of Drapion, doing a little bit more damage than the XL version. As we see the Charizard coming in here, you will be able to go for another Crunch though in time. You are going to not go for the Crunch in time, you're going to go for the Foul Play, I guess, in time. A little bit risky, but I guess if they baited, you would have been better off. But like this, you're still going to be able to win this game here because it's going to knock them out. But that was definitely more of a risky one. Let's see, next game, Blaziken in the lead. That's going to be an interesting one. Shadow Blaziken is coming to the game, and we're going to see an Aggron in the back. This is actually not a bad Pokemon for this meta right now. Like, Aggron is actually really good in the Open Auto League. Don't underestimate this Pokemon. Because there are going to be a lot of flying type Pokemon available right now, a lot of Aurora is going to be available, Dragon types in general are going to be available, all of those that Aggron really can counter. Like, it's actually pretty decent in the Ultra League. I made videos about this Pokemon before, maybe I should try it out again because it's actually a really good Pokemon. We see now Gyarados coming back in and we see the Obstagoon coming in, which I don't think this play was really the best one that he could have done, because yes, you have now a pretty decent matchup still, because we're kind of lucky that they have an Obstagoon in the back, which doesn't make sense in terms of the team comp in any way. But what you kind of like, what's kind of the issue now is like you don't really do damage with your fast moves on either Pokemon against the opponent's Blaziken, and you would have definitely needed the help there from the Gyarados, but you're still going to be fine most likely. Yeah, I think they didn't send any losses. I didn't look through it, but I don't think they sent any losses if they only sent 6 battles. I wonder what the other battles were, not gonna lie. But we will see here the Night Slash coming through, and we see the Blaziken coming in as well, which you most likely actually can now farm down. Let's see Blastman coming through, you will be able to farm all the way down, and you're going to be able to win this game. Shocker. But yeah, we're going to see the Sludge Bomb coming through here, and we see a Gyarados coming in with a Swampert against you. That's a very decent matchup for you. Is this a rerun from what we saw before? I don't think it is. But you see another Warring coming in. A lot of Warrings. No, definitely not what it was. And we see an Earthquake coming through here. As we're going to be able to go for one Foul Play. We can go for the Superpower as well, which doesn't knock them out. They might go into shield this. They don't not shield this, and yeah, it does knock them out. But you might be able to farm all the way down, which would allow you to realign your Pokemon, which is pretty important for this matchup, because you're going to have the Swampert, which completely gets locked on from the Gyarados there. Gyarados is a perfect counter for the Swampert unless they're running Sludge Wave, which is already a little bit spicy in the Super Great League there, but like in the Ultra League, I haven't seen a single Swampert running Sludge Wave, I think, since at least Season 4 or something. Like, I know that I got Sludge Wave by Swampert earlier, like super early into the first few seasons of Go Battle League, but not recently, at least, not recently. People know that they want to run Earthquake, especially for like Registeel and Galarian Stunfisk. You cannot really need the extra damage that you don't really need all the time, at least in the Super League there. Great League. Great League. Super League is, by the way, the German version of it. So if you're wondering why I was saying that, yeah, the German word for great is seemingly super, which is interesting. But yeah, we're going to see here a very nice catch on the Blast Burn into your Malamar, and that's going to be also it for the video. A very short one here, just taking a look at this one, informing that I'm hopefully going to be back later. Maybe something happened, I don't know, but yeah, definitely seeing you later, hopefully with some slow poke, slow bro, slow king content, who knows. But yeah, see you then, bye.